strategic stuff and all that. So instead of just doing it for your family, you started doing it for the kampung. And by the way, kampung is village, and kampung is a local terminology. Right? For those of you overseas and all that, right? So they started cottage industry. Then after that, somebody, smart fella, somebody decided, hey, why don't I do a mass manufacturing from a cottage industry? And that's when the idea of Industrial Revolution came about. You may be familiar or you may be exposed to people like Frederick Winslow Taylor, right? I mean, he is the guy who revolutionized the industry, one of the guys, right? Max Weber, a German guy, for instance, right? There was also a French guy. So many people have, you can see like Intel, companies like Intel said, the best people work inside, and they call it Intel Inside. Right? Build people for building productivity. Right? I mean, nice cliche, nice motto and all that. But the guy who changed it was Elton Mayo. From that conference, the scope of research changed to human being until today. Until today. Then what transformed during the 1960s? A lot of legislation came out because a lot of abuses happened during. So I am involved in strategic human resource management. So what does it mean? I have talks with my VPs. I have conversations with my vice presidents. I have conversations with my MDs to what to do to plan what is the strategic approach of human resources. Some 10, 15 years ago, the MD would never respect an HR guy. Anybody who can't perform in manufacturing, the job will be in HR. By the way, that's how I started also. Does that mean I'm not good? Right? So these are the old school of thought. The new school of thought is that you got to be participating. You got to get involved in strategy. Strategy, what is strategy? So I'm going to share with you 4 main contemporary issues, right? There are plenty, I just chose 4 for this session. The first one is all about strategy, right? What is the strategy? Strategy, a lot of definition here. It means long term. Looking into what? You're going to look into this competitive situation. Competitive situation. Remember that, right? And just to make an impression to you that I know my staff must throw in some things like if I put Kalidas, nobody will understand. You will say the Indian fellow talking, what does he know about business strategy? So I put the what means there so that you will be happy. But what happens is that actually this is mine, more chunky. But since you guys are so hooked up with a white man, I would only highlight one word, competitive advantage. Right? Let me bring it close to your heart. How many of you are still single? Single, raise your hands. No, I'm not running a matching matrimony center here. Raise your hands. Come on, be proud of it. Single and happy. Wow. Okay. How many of you are married? Raise your hands, please. How many of you are happily married? Watch. Learn from them. Those of you happy to get married, right? Learn from them. You also. Right. Talking about strategy, right? I mean, you are single, but you want to get married, or you want her to, go and get this beautiful woman or girl, or this handsome-looking guy like me and all that, right? Hello, you ask my wife lah. Every day she'll call me by name Tom Cruise. At times, middle of the night, she said Brad Pitt. Hello. Right, come on, I'm so gifted, okay. So sorry, I've already taken. Anyway. So the strategy is this. Strategy is you wanted to get the person. You wanted to get to know the person. Right? That's a strategy. So what is your tactical? What do you do? I mean, I don't have to ask you guys. I mean, college students, they have an encyclopedia. They'll teach me how to tackle guys and women and all that, right? So I don't want to go into that territory. I'll get a D minus. The doctor will give me a D minus. You guys will get an A plus. So that's what tactics are about. Example tactics is that assuming that particular student is learning in Olympiad College, what you'll do? You'll go and sign up for a program in Olympiad College, just to show visibility, right? You know this girl is or this guy is taking this program called Human Resource Management. What do you'll do? You'll sign up for Human Resource Management, even though you hate the lecturer like me. You do that. Right? You know the girl takes this bus or the car or whatever. You make a point to be there, strategically locating yourself. Right? Hi, by the way, your name is? And see with Tata. This is good away. Olympia, I was Olympia. HLM, I was HLM. That's what tactical is all about. Right? So what is the strategy here? What's the strategy? strategy to get the person? What's your tactics, the approach that you need to have? And that's what it is about. So now HRM is aligning to the business direction. Gone are the days, the business direction, long-term plan is 10 years, 15 years. You can't survive in the market. It has become smaller. It became 5 years. Now 3 years is considered a long-term plan. So what is a midterm plan? 1 year is a midterm plan. What is a short-term plan? It could be a quarter, 3 months or 4 months or even 6 months. What I'm saying is that the way that we have done business is changing, have changed forever. Especially 2009. What happened in 2009? The students wouldn't know because their parents were suffering. Yes, who said that? Somebody from the back. Who's that? Are you working?
Yeah.
No wonder you know that, sir. Right? It has a major impact the way that we do business. Even for individuals like you, right? It's all about competitive advantage. What is your competitive advantage? What do you have to offer for the potential employer? One of the things is ability to communicate. Please, it's not how well you can speak. It's practically how you present an idea. Let me give an example. HSBC, you all know HSBC, right? Yes. They had a call center in Putrajaya. Not Putrajaya, what is that? The other one. Cyberjaya, right? They wanted executives to work for the organization, and one of the criteria is the ability to speak English. Out of 100 Malaysians who went for an interview, less than 10 people got the job. They come to interviews and say, minta maaf ya, boleh saya cakap dalam bahasa Malaysia. Nothing against it. I'm saying that we are losing competitive advantage. I'm not harboring for English. I'm saying that English is a business language. Malaysia used to be a competitive advantage in that sense. Right? During the 1970s, industries came to Malaysia because what? Ability to speak English. Simple as that. I can show you photograph in my organization, right? I belong to an organization in Penang. The reason why the company came here and they wanted to do that, they were having a dinner to make a decision whether to come to Malaysia or not, right? And they ordered, and this Chinese lady, a local Chinese lady, speaks fantastic English. Good English for an American. And she was able to use calculator. The CEO and MD of this particular organization so impressed that this is the place that we wanted to start business. Ability. And he said, this is what competitive advantage is. You can go back and start thinking about your own competitive advantage. What is your competitive advantage? You have been paid higher. Right? Somebody is not performing well, they are not being paid. Right? Pay is only one of the components for performance management. So performance management is a holistic approach. Sexual preference and all that, right? In the US, you send an invitation card for any occasion, right? Don't just put the Kalidas and spouse. Right? That's all changed. You know? In some of the forms in the US, there's no such thing as sex. Right? That's what this guy who came to Malaysia for the first time, an European guy. You know, in our immigration, they have the forms. You may have signed up, right? Was there anything as sex there? Yes, next time you write how many times sex. Sorry. Hey, how many of you, sorry. How many of you are below 16? Below 16? Censor. Below 16, you didn't hear that word. Okay. Anyway, what I'm saying is that this guy came and he saw two things. Last time was mother tongue and sex. So mother tongue, pink color. Sex, twice a week. I mean, the right terminology should be gender. Malaysian sex. There's not been, but by the way, the statistics have shown that Malaysians are not bad in sex. Just for some foreigners, some information. We are not too bad. Alright, diversity. The other component of diversity is age factor, right? We have the baby boomers, we have the Gen X, and we have the Gen Y, right? How many of you are born after 1980s? Oh, yo, bro, you are right. Right, we are the Gen Y, dude. And how many of you are Gen X? 1960 and below until something. 1980 to 1960. Raise your hands, please.